A simple life makes it possible for you to enjoy all the pleasures that come when you take life calmly. As a plus, a simple life ensures that you are not spending extra money and living in debt. If you need to simplify your life and enjoy all the benefits that come with that, consider these 10 ways. Number 10. Carry a water bottle. This might sound outlandish or like common sense depending on where you stand, but we get thirsty a lot. And when we do, we spend money to get rid of that thirst. It might seem like a simple soda here and a shake there, but when you start to pile that up, you find that you are raking up avoidable expenses. Because you know you will get thirsty throughout the day, get a water bottle. This is especially wise during hot weather. The good thing about taking water is that it is a healthier option. Even the scientists will be stumped on what to tell you to avoid it. But if that is too basic for you, it's your water bottle. You can fill it up with whatever you want to drink, lemonade or cold brew. You'll be impressed with how much you end up saving. Number 9. Go digital with your entertainment. Entertainment is a good way to unwind, but you don't have to take a huge portion of your income and spend it on the things you enjoy when there are cheaper options. The benefits of going digital are that you have more space to enjoy in your house, and you can explore more options online. If you're a movie collector, a novel reader, a music lover, or a photo enthusiast, there are plenty of online options to allow you to enjoy your hobby at less than what you would pay to get them in hard copy. Save the hard copies for the ones that really get to you. You also won't have to invest in more storage to accommodate the different things you get. There are also online options for board games, like Scrabble Go, and video games too, like Xbox Game Pass. So, everyone can get the most out of their hobby. You don't have to do this for everything, but doing so will limit your expenses considerably. Number 8. Learn to say no. We get ourselves and our money tied up in so many things because we just can't say no. Because we are social beings, we crave the approval of others. Therefore, we wear ourselves out trying to maintain an image. We want to be the best friends they have, the life of the party, or the one who's generous with money. So, we keep attending all the parties and bailing them out of money-tight situations even when we can barely get by ourselves. People will not hate you for having some financial boundaries. If they do, you are better off without them. You can say no. If you helped your friend out with their rent a month ago and they're back, you are not the worst person on the planet if you let them know that won't be happening that time around. The people who wish you well will support you in your financial decisions, and you might inspire your other friends to get their money act together. Don't go for a party or that trip if you didn't plan for it and can barely afford it. You'll be grateful you did that when you see the rise in your savings. Number 7. Have a digital and social cleanse. How many times have you bought things because TikTok and Instagram convinced you they were worth it? Sometimes giving these platforms a break clears your head and saves your money. It doesn't have to be a long break. You can start with a weekend and then build up from there to a week and probably a month. Social media helps keep you informed on everyone's life, and while that is not necessarily a bad thing, it might add undue pressure when you see what everyone has and you don't have. Social media is its own kind of peer pressure. After you see what's trending, you'll go out and buy it, even when you have no money. Did you know that the average person spends 35 hours on TV in a week? And while that might just apply for TV, we'll bundle in YouTube and TikTok for all that screen time. That is time you would have spent doing something more productive like making a dent in your assignment or inventing something new. When you cut that out, you will realize you don't need to pay for cable or any streaming sites. Decide on a month every year when you take your cleanse and see how much you can save. Number 6. Have a home garden. Just like you need to drink, you absolutely need to eat. Even if you're on a fast, you'll have to break it at some point. So, it is wise to invest long-term in what you will eat. That means having a home garden. This way, you will cut down on what you spend on groceries and be more inclined to eat from home. Eating out is one of the things that slice the most into your money. Because of the convenience it delivers, it's an easy option. But it can't be that easy spending more than $3,000 in a year for something you could do yourself. This doesn't mean that you will never eat out. Just cut down on how often you do it. Like once a week is good enough. Having a home garden also helps you with your meal prepping. Plan your food for a week in advance so that you know what you will need and see how you can stretch it out. You will also avoid waste this way, both food-wise and money-wise. Number 5. Use public transport. Are you getting a car because it makes sense to you or because your class reunion is coming up and you need to wow those people? Cars are a money drain with their maintenance, insurance, fuel prices, and all those nitty-gritty that come with them. Those prices go up considerably if you're thinking about getting a new car. Unfortunately, cars depreciate rapidly over time, so think of public transport, buses, taxis, and trains. These will get you where you need to be without you having to incur extra costs. You could also decide to go green with your transport options. Bike to where you need to be or just walk there. These options are good for the environment and good for your health. If you absolutely must have a car, go in for a second-hand car so that you are not paying first-hand for all the trouble it comes with. Number 4, plan ahead. If you are honest with yourself, you know you pay more when you are doing things last minute. Plan ahead for everything. Write a to-do list and include everything you need to do. If you have a housewarming event coming up, shop early when you have the time to browse cheaper options rather than doing it last minute and having to pay full price because you need to have something. Giving gifts is something that takes up money too. About $650 of your budget goes into gifts, but you can be wise about it. Make sure your plan includes what you will wear and what you will eat, and what payments you need to make. Have a capsule wardrobe or multi-purpose clothes that can go to work and a night out. This is shopping smart. With a to-do list, you will be able to prioritize what you need to do first. That focus will allow you to knock things off quickly. You've probably heard the statement, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you don't know what needs to go out first, you will end up making calls to friends and family to help you out because you spent everything else on non-essentials and have your bills left unpaid. Or calling in a babysitter last minute who will ask for more money. Number 3, declutter your space. This is an overhaul of everything. Listen to all those reality design shows. You know that the space you spend the most time in is a reflection of your mind. This may not exactly be true, but you feel significantly better in a clean space. So, declutter your space and create zones for everything you use. You will be able to know what you have and what you need, which will keep you from double buying. You could also adopt the 1-for-1 rule. Decluttering also means decluttering your emotional space. Narrow in on the relationships that matter the most to you. Instead of being at a bridal party every weekend, find the community that builds into you. Have your close friends that you are sure you can show up for. Declutter your time as well. You don't need to be booked from the time you wake up to the last second before you sleep. Have pockets of time that allow you to simply reflect and enjoy the things you have. When you are living in gratitude, you are not operating from a scarcity mindset, and therefore, you don't need to buy everything you see because you know you have enough. Number 2, automate your savings. Remembering to save is a hard thing to do, especially when you have more pressing needs that require you to have money ready. But saving is extremely important. Every financial advice worth taking will advise you to save. You should have a portion of your income going straight to your savings account. To make this easier on yourself, automate that. You won't have to think deeply about the money and you will be able to spend it with ease. If your savings have already been deducted, you will have a financial ceiling with which you can spend. You will spend within your means and nothing more. You can also automate so many other things like paying your bills and your emergency fund. Because you're a human, you could forget, so having this done for you will save you from scraping extra cash to pay your bills and probably paying late fees. You will also have your savings and your emergency fund. Hey, if you've enjoyed it so far, please like this video and leave a comment. What is your best way to save money? Number 1, have a budget. A budget makes it easy for you to keep track of your money. You will know what's coming in and what you are spending and how much you can save. Writing things down makes them easy to remember. Having a budget beforehand will save you from overthinking everything concerning your money. Make sure you budget for the basics first and add a bit of things you do for fun. Also, budget for how you will pay off your debts. You can decide how often you want to make your budget, weekly, monthly, or yearly, for as long as you are sure of the income for that duration. When you can see the numbers, you will keep within your financial limits and will be able to prioritize your money accordingly.